Hello everyone, welcome back to Vita, where we explore the world of data and its impact on improving our lives and decision making. I'm Mari, and this is episode 3 of our series Unlocking Data Insights for Beginners. In our last episode, we discovered what data sources are, the types Power BI can connect to, and why it's important to know the difference between connecting to live data versus importing static data. Today we're taking the next step. Data transformation basics, cleaning and shaping your data in Power BI. In this video, we dive into Power Query, the powerful data transformation tool within Power BI. Learn how to connect, clean and shape your raw data for analysis, all in one place. Discover the Power Query editor, including the Power Query panel, data preview, and applied steps. To streamline your workflow. Whenever you are dealing with messy or complex transformation, Power Query makes it efficient, consistent, and flexible. It is perfect for beginners in Power BI looking to simplify their data preparation. Before we dive in, let me give you a quick overview of what we will be covering in this episode. We are going to focus on 6 main sections. Introduction to Power Query, where we will explore the Power Query editor to go to tooling Power BI to transforming data. Data cleaning essentials, where we will tackle essential data cleaning techniques, such as handling duplicates and missing values. Data shaping techniques, where we will shape the data, learning how to split, merge, and rename columns for better structure. And applying steps and transformations, where we will look at how transformations are tackled in applying steps so we can manage and review changes easily, and data distribution and quality in Power BI. And finally, hands-on practice. We will put the skills to use a sample dataset to reinforce what we have learned. By the end of this episode, you will have a solid fundamental in transforming and preparing data for analysis in Power BI using Power Query editor. So let's ask question: what is Power Query? Power Query is first step in Power BI journey, making it easy to transfer raw data into essential ready data. It is powerful data transformation and preparation tool within Power BI. It's used to clean, shape, and refine data for analysis. Power Query have some of the key features, for example, data connection, data shaping, and data cleaning. It can connect multiple data sources like Excel, SQL, CSV, and web data, or so many sources. It can connect these sources multiple times. It has data shaping techniques, for example, remove duplicate, filter rows, split columns, and apply various transformation steps. Data cleaning, managing missing values, rename columns, and adjust data types. For example, adjust date data type to date time, or date time adjust to date, or adjust to data type to decimal float type. Power Query editor interface contain queries panel, shows all data sources connecting to your report. Data preview, allow to you review and edit its data before loading it into Power BI. And applied steps, track each transformation steps, letting you manage changes easily. Why use Power Query editor and why we need it? It is efficiently, consistent, and flexibility. It saves time preparing data in one place. For example, if we have not Power Query, we need to shape and prepare our data in Excel. It is consistently it automates data shaping techniques for every refresh, and you don't need to shape and change your data every time. Once you make your data shape, it's save, and every refresh contains these cleaning techniques. And it has flexibility. It easily adapts and make changes without affecting the original data sources. Next part is data cleaning essentials. Clean data is fundamental of meaning analysis. These essential techniques ensure your data is ready for accurate insights. Every data analyst first needs to clean their data. And data cleaning matters because it ensures accuracy and reliability of data insight. It removes inconsistencies that can screw analysis results. For key data cleaning techniques is removing duplicates, for example, remove duplicates like customer IDs or transaction logs. We all know that customer ID needs to be unique. For example, handling missing values. Remove rows or columns with explicit missing data when necessary. It's standardizing data types and source data fields. For example, dates, numbers, texts are correctly interpreted in Power BI. And trimming and cleaning text. Remove unwanted spaces and special characters from the texts. Next part is data shaping, which helps turn raw data into structured, easy to use datasets that makes analysis and visualization straightforward. Why shapes helps us? Why data analysis needs to shapes? It helps make data more organized, readable, and ready for analysis. Enables flexibility in exploring insights and building visualization. Core data cleaning techniques is splitting columns. For example, you have full name and you need to first name and last name to split. For example, you have dates and you need to split day, month, and year. Merging columns. For example, you have city and country and you need to create full location column. So you need to merge these columns. Rename columns. For example, rename order ID to transaction ID for consistently with business terminology. And reordering and removing columns. For example, remove unnecessary columns to keep your data focused. Next, we discussed applied steps and transformation. With applied steps, Power Query gives you full control over your transformation, helping you build a clean, flexible data preparation workflow. Understanding applied steps, we can analyze our cleaning steps. Power Query tracks its transactions as steps in the Apply Steps panel. Each step is recording in sequence, making it easy to review and manage changes. For example, you need to change only one changes, you can go in these steps. Or you want to remove these changes, you can go in these steps and remove these steps. Not need to remove all steps and make it again. Key features of applying steps is automatic tracking. Automatic tracking. It keeps a detailed history of data modifications, allowing you to backtrack if needed. What I mentioned earlier. Managing applied steps, modify specific transformations without starting over, and this is very useful techniques. And preview changes. You can see immediately feedbacks in your data preview as each step is applied. You don't need to finish your cleaning technique and then finally see preview. One step prepare, for example, remove duplicates, and you see your data results. Apply steps is very useful techniques for data cleaning. And it's very useful technique in Power BI, Power Query. But we have also column distribution and quality in Power Query, which is very useful for analyze your data and understands these aspects empowers you to make informed data decisions. Column distribution provides insights into the value present in a column, helping to identify patterns, anomalies, and data quality issues. You can see which errors, blanks you have in these columns, and you can make decisions from it. We finally our theory And now let's dive into Power Query Editor and hands-on practice. Let's dive into data cleaning process. First of all, we need to upload data in our Power BI. Our data is Excel file which contains several columns: customer ID, total sales, price, quantity, region, date, extra info. We need to upload this data in Power BI, and we need to upload this from Get Data. Click Get Data and Excel Workbook, where we see sales XLX file. Click this file and we see panel, where we need to select table which we want to upload in Power BI, and we have two options: load or transfer data. As we know, we must choose transfer data if we want to clean our data in Power Query Editor, but if we don't need it, we can click load. But now we need to click transform data. When we go Power Query Editor, first of all, I always change table name. Now this table name is Sheet 1. I need to update this sales table. Here is applied steps process. Now, first of all, we need to go View Panel and click Column Distribution, Column Profile, and Column Quality to check which column needs to transfer. Here is the column Region, which has empty parts we see. So we need to remove nulls. Or we can change, if we know that nulls are, for example, for North region, we can replace nulls with North. Click here, click replace values, and select null, replace with North. In region table, when we see column distribution, we see that there is north, so many north, west, and so on. The reason may be that our data needs to have trim and split. So get to format panel and trim our data. But we have again north and north. The reason is that there is all uppercase and there is not uppercase. So again, we need to format all our region or lowercase or uppercase. Now I choose lowercase. Here is our region column is corrected. Now go to date table column. There our date column has not date format, so we need to click here and convert it to date. Here we see some errors and empty values, where we can click here and select to remove all, remove errors panel. Replace, for example, replace errors and select this date. If we know errors means this date. Next is extra info, and I think we don't need extra info for analysis, so we can click here and remove these columns. Here is customer ID. I don't like this name, so I will rename this column customer ID. And when we see column distribution and column statistics, we see that there is not exact 100 distinct values. For example, cast 1 has a duplicate columns. So in customer ID column, we need to remove duplicates. Click here and click remove duplicates. Now our customer ID is correct. Also got to total sales, and I don't like this name and corrected total sales. When we see there's total sales, there is no problem. But when we go to price, there is empty values. So I think that we need to delete nulls for better analysis. And when we go to quantity column, we see there is minus quantities, and there is not possible that quantity be minus. So we need to filter these values and delete it from this data. So number filter greater than or equal to 1. And after that we have quantity which mean value is 1, and this is correct. Here is our applied steps what we cover today. For example, replace value, trim data, lowercase text, change types, correct date to date, replace errors, rename columns, remove duplicates, and filter rows. Now there is a total series which decimal date type. There is price which is text type also, so we need to correct decimals, and we have errors because some values is not type of number, and we need to find these values. Now we can see all of these values, and here is errors. We don't know what errors mean, so we can also filter error bars, errors, and after that change the price type, which must be a decimal number or decimal number. Replace current type. Quantity is number, region is text type, and date is date type, and everything is correct. If you want to delete some applied steps, for example, we don't need, if we decided, for example, we don't need to change date type to date, we can delete these steps, but now I don't delete it. After that, when we finalize our data cleaning, we need to click close and apply, and our data will be ready for analysis and upload in Power BI. Let's recap our key points. We analyze introduction to Power Query, overview of Power Query role in data preparation within Power BI. We analyze data cleaning essentials, key techniques for cleaning data, handling missing values, and removing duplicates. Data shaping techniques, methods for reshaping data like splitting and merging, applying steps and transformation, key feature of applying steps, and column distribution and quality, tools for assessing data quality and distribution in Power Query, and we use it in our data cleaning hands-on practice. If you want to connect Data Vita, please subscribe our channel and contact us in social media. Bye.